Hello everybody, it is me, Kappa, once again, and today we're doing a quick little video on how I draw figures, and how I get like the gestural drawing of figures down. At least, yeah, here's I was doing some warm-up, but let's go over some quick figures and I'll try to explain my process of how I draw figures. Sorry for the bad quality on the last video. My video editing software was kind of wonky, but yeah, let's go. So for figure drawings, I really do try to get like the movement down. And I have a lot of scratchy lines for my figure drawings, but I get the head down, like the neck, and then I get the collarbones. And the collarbones are arguably one of the most important like land points for drawing figures. And then after, I'll draw the waist line, and then draw the ribcage. Oops, I just draw like a circle for the ribcage. It's usually a little bit smaller. Depends if you're drawing men or women. For women, I usually draw it a little bit smaller. I draw the hips, and then you can draw the shoulders. And then for even more movement, you can break up the ribcage like this, and then draw the spine. And you can draw like the little back area of the hips. You don't really need to draw this part, but I do. And you can draw the legs will go. And then for like arm placement, I'll draw the hands first, and then I'll connect them to where the arms go. So something like this. And this just helps with placement. And then from here, you can draw where the legs go, like that. And that's just usually how I do figures. Nothing too crazy complicated. And then I'll go over it with like a little bit of a soft brush eraser. And then I can go over it again. Whoops. Whoopsies. Go over it again. Still just like sketching, but a little bit more defined. Draw the necks and the traps. The model I'm drawing is a little bit more muscular, I'd say. So she's got a bit of a white lacy dress, red black dress on. You can draw the arms where they line up like over your sketches. Draw the hands. Oops. Draw the other shoulder and arms. Very pointy elbows. And this is still just a sketch, so don't worry too hard about getting things right or super accurate. You can draw the legs. Boom. This would be like a sketch, like a figure drawing sketch. You can draw like you want like the hair to come into, like that. And just like that. Boom. Of course you can clean it up, but that's just how I draw like figures pretty quickly. So let's put that to the side. My mouse is acting a little wonky today, so everything takes 15 minutes longer to do. There we go. And move this aside and we'll do another one real quick. Let's see. This looks good. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. Another more dynamic pose that I'm doing. Not super crazy dynamic, but got her neck facing downward like this. Shoulder bone, collarbones in the front. I don't know why I say shoulder bones, but. And then, whoops, Is it not correct? Sometimes I do a little bit shorter, sometimes a little bit longer. I'm still learning on which one I'd rather do mostly. But yeah, and then draw where the hand lies in the wrist, the other hand, and then you just start filling it in. You can all like draw where the elbow is, and then you can you can fill in where the stomach connects with the legs, and then her legs are pointing out this way. I like to draw a little cube for the kneecap just to make it easier. And then her, so that way when I draw the legs going into it, I can draw them. Oops, a little small, going in like that. And then draw the stomach. And then go over with like a soft little eraser, like so. And then you can go back to refining it a little bit more. Yeah, for my sketches I usually do go pretty quickly over them, just because they're sketches. And just to warm up too. And the creases of where the rib cage goes into the stomach. The other shoulder and chest. And sometimes it'll be a little unproportional, but I feel like as long as you get the gestural part of it down, it works as a sketch. Let me like split the knee real quick. Yeah, she's a little bit tall, but you know who? Tall is good. Try the hand. Half the hand is hidden kind of behind thing. But yeah, just quick and easy sketches like that. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy at all. And that is how I draw figures. These sketch figures, just make it easier. And then we'll do one more and that will be it. So basically, head, and I go into the collarbones, and then I'll do this one. This one seems pretty hard. Let's see. So head, this is a guy this time, so make the ribcage a little bulkier. And sometimes I will put features on the face when I'm sketching, just so it's easier for me to discern which way they're facing. And then if it's like a side profile, sometimes the shoulder takes up most of it. So I'll just draw the shoulder, because I can't even see the other shoulder from where I'm looking. So it's like shoulder, and then rib cage, and then I'll draw his hips. You can even draw like the spine too, where it'll separate the two legs almost. Most of the point, I think it's just important to go with the flow as well when you're sketching. And he's got, oops. He's got one hand in the left, there's one hand in front. Boxing for sure. And then stomach. Then you draw his knee, then his other knee, and then I draw the lines coming from the box, not from the leg. And then you can finish drawing his back. Then you take a soft eraser. Erase all this stuff. Make sure you know where the general guidelines are and everything. And you can go over it again. So I'm gonna go over it. Draw so he's got a bit of a baby head. Draw a shoulder, leading into his arms. Oops. You can draw his fist. Doesn't really have much of his fingers showing here, but he is quite muscular. Don't really see much of his chest area. Draw the little creases from where the stomach turns. He's turning slightly towards his left side, so his stomach will crease. He has jeans on, so draw the jeans. You don't have to draw it too crazy well. Just a sketch is all. You can always go back and erase it. But yeah, just quick sketches like this helps me warm up before I get to like drawing. Draw his elbow, his fist. It's kind of a weird angle, but you get the idea. And that'll be my sketch. So, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to leave any comments about if I should do any more tutorials on anything really, because I am trying to get better and maybe develop a community of other people trying to learn how to become better artists. So anyways, thank you for watching. Bye bye.